Hi, thanks for joining me in part 2 of my comparison between old CN and new CN. This time I'm going to be comparing Toonami. Well, let me just start by saying Toonami's stayed pretty good throughout the ages. I mean, ages, I'm talking like this has been around forever. But throughout the decade or two that it's been around, it's been pretty good and pretty consistent. I mean, true, some shows have been, lots of shows have been removed and added, but it's stayed pretty good. It hasn't really declined too much until about 2008. But enough about that. First, I'll give a little brief. I'll tell you about most of the shows that were on and a little bit about the shows. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, I think it is, or maybe it's just Dragon Ball. Well, either way, Dragon Ball Z has pretty much lasted throughout every single life cycle of Toonami and is still broadcast to this day. Yes, it never gets old. All 1,876 episodes. Okay, I made that number up, but it's a lot of episodes, and most of them are pretty pointless. They only made a lot of episodes because they needed the manga to stay ahead of the anime, so they pretty much just stalled the anime until the manga was way past it so that they could come up with episodes ideas by stealing off the manga. Yes, it all sounds very complicated. But let's move on. Oh, by the way, these are in no particular order. Next is, well, they're in an order, just not, particularly. These are both early shows that premiered earlier. It's moving on to later shows. Anyway, Yu Yu Hakusho. Never seen it, but I've read the manga, and it's really good. And I'd assume that the actual anime is really good. So that's another one that only lasted a little while on Toonami, but still good and still a nice move by Cartoon Network by airing it. Okay, let's move on to something non-anime. Teen Titans, go! Alright, this is a little more recent, 2005. Another fabulous show, I must say. I'm a sucker for superheroes. But they did a great job, and yeah, there's not much I can say about it. Just watch it in reruns if you can occasionally catch it on Cartoon Network. Not on Toonami anymore. Alright, Samurai Jack. Ooh, that was on Toonami a while ago in its initial run up until 2004. Now it's for some reason came back on Toonami with the big revamp in 2008, which I'll talk more about after this. And yeah, I've never seen it, but I heard it was good, and it looks good, because I was too young when it originally came out to like it, but I think I'd like it now. Alright, Justice League, another one of those that I was too young to remember, or not really into it when it was on. It was on a while ago. Occasionally, like last year or the year before, they'd air episodes. The comics are pretty good, so I'm assuming that the series would be good. And considering it's from the same makers of Teen Titans, I'd really assume it's good. So yeah, another hit one that's also not an anime. Alright, The Prince of Tennis, which is really recent, which was, I believe, 2007 or 2006. I've never seen it. I'd say this has got to be one of the lower ones in the batch. I mean, an anime on tennis, not exactly thrilling material there. But still, even every programming block has to have its bottom shows. If you watched it and liked it, I don't mean to offend you or anything. It's just the plot of tennis doesn't necessarily thrill me in anime form. Alright, now let's move on to really recent One Piece. I love this series. Well, I loved it up until Alabasta, where they spent 5 episodes just walking through the desert. But anyway, it's a great series overall, and I'm really sad Cartoon Network got rid of it mysteriously. They didn't even really replace it with much, as I'll get on to explain when I'm done with the shows. It was a great show, had great plot lines, although it did stray from the plot a little bit, and definitely one of the top ones. Yeah. Alright, let's move on to another one that was up until recently on, or up until a few months ago on. Alright, Bo. This show has the worst plot ever. But it's the funniest show you'll ever see on TV, especially in anime form. It is hilarious and completely random. And, yeah, despite the fact that it promotes cross-dressing, It's an amazing series, and I'm really sad. I don't think Cartoon Network never ran any reruns, which is pretty sad. Or I mean Toonami, Cartoon Network, Toonami, same thing. Never ran any reruns. The only one to ever be rerun was the first episode and perhaps the last episode. I think it was whoever was dubbing it, whether it was 4Kids or whatever, they were the ones that dropped the series. Which is really sad because it never ended. It ended in a cliffhanger. As a matter of fact, the cast was wondering what happened themselves. They were like, "What? The series is over? No, this can't be how it ends." And it ends with them crying. Pretty sad way to end it. It's kind of funny, but still sad. So it wasn't really Cartoon Network's fault that the series ended. But their big mistake was never showing any reruns and immediately taking it off after the last episode. I mean, come on. It's like, so just because the series has ended, you can't show one dang rerun? Well, Toonami's definitely downsized in time slots, but I'll get onto that in a few minutes. Next up is Zatch Bell. Okay, this is an amazing show, which I'm really disappointed that they took off, and it should be returning. Okay, it's a great show. Watch it on Toonami Jetstream. Now on to the next part of the video. In this part, I will talk about Toonami as a whole and where it's going. So pretty much Toonami as a whole has stayed good. I mean, there's been a few bad shows, but it's been good from its time as a weekday thing all the way to its move to Saturday nights, throughout its host of toms. The only time when it's ever decreased in quality would be past few months when they rebooted it to these really retarded creatures instead of Tom. Or it's Tom, but it's like an ugly looking Tom. It's not funny anymore. They don't do video game reviews much. They're big things that they say. They're like, don't go anywhere during the break. I know I wouldn't. I mean, come on, it's crap. But the only shows they have on now, and I'm sorry I forgot to put it on here, is Naruto, which is a huge show and everyone loves it and it's good. But I kind of think that they promoted it way too much, especially considering there used to be like 4 episodes of Naruto, like 1 episode of Bobobo and 1 episode of One Piece at one time, and they only ever promoted Naruto. But still, it's a great series. So pretty much now all they have is Dragon Ball, Naruto, and Samurai Jack. That's it. The only new episodes are Naruto. Apparently they're supposed to be going somewhere with it, and they're supposed to be doing another like reboot or whatever, or another not reboot, but add a lot more shows in the close future. You better come up with something because it's not doing so well. But it was great back in the day, and if you like the shows as I do, Toonami Jetstream's the place to go. I mean, you get the shows on demand. The only disappointment is they take off the shows after a while. But still, if there's any show that you used to like on Toonami, check out Toonami Jetstream. It's fine. So pretty much, this is the one thing in Cartoon Network that's stayed constant, except for in the past few months, in the latest reboot. It's been really great, and Cartoon Network should go back to doing it the way they did a few months ago, or 6 months ago, or however long ago it was. And bring back Zatch Bell, bring back One Piece, and move on from there. So join me in part 3, where I talk about a few other programming blocks like Magoozy and Late Bell and a few other things. So check out the next video.